Good. Hey guys, it's Jay again. You may remember my Wiimote controlled coil gun, which I had to disassemble for some parts, but I've got something a little better to show you guys. I hope you'll be excited. Had a lot of good comments from the forums and some from other hackers out there, so I designed something a little bit better, maybe to meet some of the comments. Here's my base. I have a servo mounted for motion and a shim in there, and that connects to this control chassis here. I have another servo here for firing. You'll see this arm which fires, activated by this string. The interesting part about this, obviously some Construx, the shim fits in here for movement. Right there's little slots, so I just cut that out of a hotel key card and it just rests in there with gravity. Of course, I've got my ioBridge and my servo control board, but I thought maybe I'd show you something a little bit more powerful. This is a Beretta 92FS airsoft replica, and I've got some buddies coming over later to shoot this with me, so we'll be able to see how well this works. I think that qualifies a little bit more powerful than a coil gun, which has to require some reloading. So let me cut this set up. I'll demo the controls here on my desk, and then later tonight take some videos of it firing. So I hope you guys like it. So first up, I've got the firing mechanism. This lever arm contacts the trigger here. Obviously I can put the gun in a minute. Then it just utilizes this string on a servo, rotational servo, to control the firing. I've got my ioBridge website here. This is trigger right, trigger left in a position, and when I hit this, you'll see the trigger will pull back. Obviously there's some spring tension here with the gun trigger, so let me add the gun in here and I'll show you that firing. Okay, I've got the Wiimote daemon running here, and you can see as I initiate some events, hit buttons. Oop, that was a little early. But here's my script that's polling these events and sending information to my ioBridge. And obviously here's my Wiimote. I've rigged things up so of course the trigger shoots. I've also, you must press the A button kind of as a safety. And the gun here is loaded. I've got it in single action, which you'll see a lot here just kind of for safety, but firing. And as I let go, you'll see it come safe again. So that's kind of how it fires. It's got a full auto mode, which I think you'll see in the video. Mostly I used it in single shot just to be safe, but you can see the events that come from my laptop here get sent to the ioBridge webpage. And I also have, you won't see it yet, but I've got a webcam that I'm going to mount on top for sighting. So let me show you the movement here, and then we'll get down to the videos. So the servo is going to react to the motion of the Wiimote like this, but I've got a safety feature, so I have to hold the button. But you'll see it'll kind of move in a little bit increments. Basically, I've constrained the Wiimote so that every 15 degrees will translate to an action. You're really only constrained by the fact that the Wiimote will measure 180 degree difference, and that this servo is not continuous motion, but of course if you had one you could rig up your own translation scheme. While my friends are over, the full gun mount can rotate pretty significantly, almost 180 degrees, and so what I'm going to do is just programmatically constrain the gun so it can probably only move, you know, that type of field of fire. That's really just for safety, so I don't shoot my walls or any computers I got laying around. But I've just done it programmatically, and there's nothing that can really constrain what you do with your program and the events that you generate. It's just, you'll see that I'm going to do that so that my house stays in order. But that's the ioBridge, and that's my Wiimote controlled airsoft gun, and I hope you guys like it.